Hey, alright, shalom, shalom. I'm just going to topic of my course. I'm praising Chicken Father, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Also, the honor supposed to Ezra and Muslim. We do you know who the heads of house of David, the boss of the dog, the hunter for thousands, look for him, spirits for this wisdom, understanding, knowledge, sincerity, and truth. YAHAWAH being the true name of God of Israel, YAHAWASHI being the thing called Jesus Christ, which you want, the true name is YAHAWASHI. BAHASHAM in the name of, and QADASH, Spirit, Holy Spirit. Shalom, Babrakim, Babakarim, Shayashala, peace and blessings to the whole collective nation of Israel. We're back at again for Israel video, and this is going to be called "Unto Them It's Not Given." And hey man, Jake is just headed for fucking straight destruction, man. All right, today is July 3rd, or it's July 4th, which I'm probably gonna do a video on that tomorrow after camp or whatever. But you know, you sit down and you look around and you look at Jake, man, you just see, you know, way how Jake maneuvers and how Jake just needs to be put down, man. Jake is like a fucking sick dog. Right? Jake has no clue, okay, what the fuck is going on. Okay, they don't consider the vaccine being the mark, which is not the mark. Okay, yeah, the R for the microchip is the mark of the beast. They don't even consider it being a preview. They just go along with her fucking Esau toast to go along with it, and then they're just happy. They just put a smile on your face, man. All right, Jake has no sense of discernment. All right, Jake doesn't know what time to live again. The scriptures say what a wise man. That's something you got to pray for is discernment, man. Okay, Jake has no problem living in America. Jake has no problem with Esau ruling over him. As long as Jake can just, grab a 40 and, cool out, as Jake likes to say, let me cool out, man. Why are you so serious? I'm not sure how the fuck the scripture not loaded. But it's fine. Okay, I'm just going to read here and go on. This is a second Ezra 9 verse 8. Actually, it's 9 verse 6. Actually, start 5 for like as all things made in the world had the beginning and the end is manifest. And also, if you hear background and shit like that, I'm at the mall, but I'm like at the sitting areas. It's like 10 o'clock. I just want to come and chill before I go home or whatever. So I took today off. Yesterday I fucking had 14 miles at work. I was not trying to pop up and do that fuck shit again. But anywho, man, it's just a telling sign. When you see Jake just completely oblivious. Jake is just engulfed in wickedness, man. All right, and they don't understand the severity. Okay, what the hell is going on, man? All right, Jake has no clue, okay, what the Heavenly Father Yahawashim is about to unleash on the earth, man. Whether it be from the R40 microchip, whether it be from the kind of Jake trouble where Esau, the so-called white man, just gonna be killing you niggas by the dozen, whether it be, you know, World War III, where Esau's getting drafted Jake into the military and he's having basically be on the front lines dead, okay, or even Esau, okay, or so it's like Yahawashim having 2/3 of Jake fight Yahawashai, man. Right? Yahushua is the name of who people ignorant call Jesus Christ, which is one of the true names Yahushua, being Paleo Hebrew. The second Ezra 9 verse 5 for like as that is made in the world. And it goes to show you that Jake can easily be put right back to sleep. Because this time last year, okay, Jake was fucking threatened. He had Jake fighting over fucking toilet paper, not touching shit. Even my camp this time last year, you had people, you had the cross walk section, okay, and people were fucking pressing with their damn toes and shit, thinking shit safe. But now you see shit's opening back up, and you start slowly rocking these people to sleep. And you can see that these people, they just want things to go back to normal, but there is no normal, okay? There is no peace unto the wicked. This is second Ezra 5 verse 5. But like as all that is made in the world at the beginning and the end is manifest. And the end is now, man. Right, second Ezra 6 verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of that fault. You can slowly see America crumbling, whether it be through, the infrastructure, okay, whether it be through, the dollar slowly going through hyperinflation, whether it be just America getting into conflicts with different countries, man. This place is fucking free, man. Yabba Shai is slowly but surely, okay, collapsing this place inside out, man. And the Heavenly Father is a gradual, and it's not going to be one day you wake up. It's going to be slowly but surely, things that are just toppling upon each other. And it's really going to be when they mandate that, max, okay, because America itself is already split. And, how should I say it? Maybe that's like the third chapter. Let me grab that right quick. Lord's will, because I'm not sure what the fuck is on my connection before. I do not want to grab that. Shit, man. Mark 3, say 21 or 18. This is Mark 3, verse 21. Actually, it's 23. It says, and he's called unto them and said unto them in parables, saying that this word is not for everyone. Okay, the words of Yahweh Shema Shai is not meant for your average Joe Schmo who just thinks and thinks they know the Bible. Okay, Scripture talks on Amos 2 verse 7 that Heavenly Father, He revealed His secrets unto His servants prophets. Hence, God goes into Matthew 13 chapter, says, what? He that have ears let him hear. Because Yahawashi here on the earth, He wasn't talking to everyone. Right? The book's not made for everyone, according to Romans the 11th chapter. Right? It says, how can Satan cast out Satan? Okay, and if his kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Okay, and this place has been divided for so long. How the fuck do you expect this place to stand, man? Esau's through, man. Okay, you go to let's say even a food pantry, man. There's nothing but fucking Edomites, man. Jacob's doing better than Esau at the moment, man. I'm showing you what this place is at its end, man. When you have the curses falling upon the enemies, like I talked about in Deuteronomy, what is that? Say, shit, 38. I'll pull that one up in a minute, man. Deuteronomy, you want to say 7 and 30 maybe, or 30 and 7? Let me see. I think it's 30 and 7. I gotta sharpen my sword. Yeah, Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. The Lord your house shall, Lord, Lord how that power will put all these curses upon their enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. Yeah, you see the curses falling upon these people to where it's just slowly putting Jake to rest because Jake thinks that this is actually his rest, man. And the rest of America is completely wiped off the map with thermonuclear destruction, man. Right, thus saith the Bible. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 9 verse 6. Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works, okay, the testimony and by the faith where have you believed. You're supposed to believe that what? That Yahawashi died for the elected nation Israel, man. Right? Shall be preserved from the said perils. Okay, and Jake's not worried about, okay, what Yahawah Mashai got going on, man. Right, the beautiful works that Yahawah Mashai is doing, waking up his elect, having these prophecies come to pass. Right, making his name known by, the series of prophecies they have, man. Okay, Jake's not worried about any of that. Jake's worried about fucking bitches and drinking, smoking, and whatever the NBA fucking finals, man. And I'm not saying you don't indulge in some of that stuff. Brothers drink, yeah, young. Brothers watch, sports and shit like that. Of course, not supposed to be smoking, that. But there's a point in time where it's like, damn, nigga, you just get you separate yourself from that bullshit, man. So shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, Israel, the land of Israel, and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning. Okay, yeah, the elect have been separated. Okay, holy, the word holy means to be separate, man. Right? Then shall they be in pitiful case which have not abused my ways, and they have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And Jacob has casted off the ways of Yahweh Shemashai, man. Right, because the real covering, okay, is what this truth. Okay, and if you despise the truth and you despise Yahweh Shemashai, you despise the Heavenly Father and the Son. Alright. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Alright, yeah. Because Jacob go to church, Jacob want to learn about Cesare Borgia. Jacob want to learn about Jesus the Christ. Okay, Jacob want to learn about Buddha and Islam, praying to a fucking cube and all that bullshit. Instead of coming to the houses and Bibles and learning, okay, about the men who Yahweh Shema, or learning about the Heavenly Father himself, but through the men that Yahweh Shema has set up here upon earth, that would be the 144,000 of Proverbs 1 verse 20, and it reads, wisdom crieth out. She uttered her voice in the street. She cried in the chief place of concourse and opening the gates of the city. She uttered her voice, saying, how long you simple unto me was simplicity, and his corners light in their scorning, and fools say, no. Okay, it's a foolish thing for you to reject, okay, the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's a foolish thing, okay, for you to think that America is going to continue to keep on going on and on, especially when it shows the blood of the children of Israel, man. That's a big no, okay. Let alone we're already here captive, okay, but Esau just continues to keep on throwing in our fucking face and treating us down, treating us like we're fucking animals, man. Alright, but that just goes to show you that what? Jake don't got the spirit, man, okay, because Jake is none of his, okay, that being the elect, okay, because, you can't necessarily change the fact you're Israel, but you can, the elect are going to hear the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai, John 10 verse 1, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is a shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by his name, and leadeth them out. Okay, yeah, so the elect, they know the words of Nabash and Masha, they know. That's when you get into the truth, then, you drop everything. Give say, drop everything, just you follow me, man. Okay, when Yahushua was getting James, man. the Thunderbirds. Alright. But you know, Jake don't want to drop anything or everything for Yahawah, and there's fireworks going on, so if I kind of mumble, I'm kind of looking at them and talking at the same time. But it just they can't hear the words of Yahawah, man. It's not given onto him because they're blinded. There's actually an angel who's blinding Jake from the up and coming destruction, man. Jake is not gonna stop until they see the destruction happening, man. Right? I'm gonna grab that after this. And when he putteth his own sheep, he goeth forth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. Yeah, okay, so if you're part of the elect of Yahweh Shema Shai, you're gonna hear the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai. You're not gonna let some you're not gonna let anyone get in between, the love of you and Yahweh Shema Shai. For one, you're gonna hear his voice, you're gonna know what the fuck time it is, okay, you're gonna know that the elect are being sealed, and you better get your ass on the right track. For two, okay, you're not gonna ignore the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Alright? And a stranger will they not follow, but flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. Yeah, okay, so T.D. Jakes and Creflo Mo Money Dollars, or even the Quran, or Buddhism, okay, they're not going to follow that fucking dumbass philosophy. They're not going to listen to what these damn false ass prophets have to say. Right? Because they're there to kill the sheep. They're there to push the herd away, but you can't push the elect away from Yahweh Shema Shai, man. There's a video on YouTube where there's a group of sheep, and the sheep didn't go to anyone but the shepherd. Okay, and that's symbolic of what? Yahawah, man. Okay, we know the words because you can receive it. Some of us are back there with Yahawah, okay, listening and teaching His word, man. Right? This is Isaiah 6 verse 9, and he said, "Go and tell his people, hear ye indeed, but understand not." So Jake will hear the word, Jake will understand it, Jake will, be at camp nodding his head. Yeah, man, I think you're right, man. I think I am Israelite. What does he do, man? He walks on the street and them niggas are crazy, man. Or you have the Jake here, he'll stay for a bit and, he might listen, for a bit and he'll just walk off and, man, and, it sounds right, but, I don't know, that's kind of hard. Or you have, those who, endure for a little season. And you don't want to be any of that. You want to be those who are firmly planted and rooted within the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai. But understand not, see ye indeed, but perceive not. So they can hear, but they can't perceive. Hence why Yahweh said in Matthew 13, the fuck? That's why Yahweh said, what the fuck, man? That's why Yahweh said in Matthew 13, he said, what? Actually, shit, this is bad. Matthew 13, verse 16, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hear ye the parable of the sower. Okay, and Yahushua is sowing seeds within the minds of the elect. That's why this thing is called food for thought. Or your mind is representing what the earth, okay, or a garden. Yahushua is planting seeds within your mind. Right? And you got to know which tree you eat it from, or the philosophy, who you're going to choose. Okay, but the elect they have, or they follow the line whithersoever they go. Okay, as it refers to in Revelation 14. Okay, it says, when any of these hear the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth them, and catch away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside. Yeah, okay, so you have, they'll come to camp and they might listen for 5 minutes, like, oh, it makes sense. And then you have some crazy demon that pop up, saying to hop on him, and he'll look at you. It's like, yo, you really listen to these niggas? These niggas are crazy, man. And he'll walk away because he's not necessarily rooted and grounded in what you believe, because he hasn't done the full research. He's just listening to what you have to say. All right, but that's why the apostles always say what? You got to be fully persuaded in your own mind to understand the whole gospel, man. Don't just take the breakdowns from them. Actually go into the book, see what they're talking about. Because when you get into the truth, like, doesn't the Bible really say that? You start opening the scriptures, and you start reading Romans, 9, and Malachi, first chapter, Job 9:24. It's like, oh shit, it does say that. And you start going to the Edomites, or you go into the history. It's like everything adds up. But why is that? Because you possibly, most likely, are one of the sheep of Yahweh Shema Shai. And this is why you're able to hear. This is why you're able to see. Okay. But he that receiveth, Matthew 13, verse 20, but he that receiveth the seed into stony places is the same as he that heareth the word and not, and straight with joy receive it. So So you hear the word and you're like, oh yeah, this is truth. It says, yet he had no root in himself, but beareth for a while. And it could be why, because you can't, let's say you understand the word, you understand the word, but you can't take the things that come with the word, or such the hardships, the hell, you endure for a bit, and then it's like, oh, fucking man. It's, brothers, we all go through hell, but, YAHAWASHI is with you the most when you're going through your hell. And I got to remind myself that last night. I'm going through some shit, but, it is what it is, it's just part of the battle, You know what the fuck he signed up for, okay? It says, yet he had no root in himself, but endureth for a while, for when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. Okay, so when Esau cracked down, or you might get fired from your job. For instance, there's niggas at my job that know I'm a Hebrew Israelite. In fact, a manager, like 2 managers, 3 managers, I'm pretty sure all the managers know I'm a Hebrew Israelite. So I don't give a fuck. It's like whatever. If I lose a job, I lose a job. Like the fucking job's slaving me anyway. I'm fucking working 6 days a week. I could give less of a fuck. Heavenly Father can easily give me a new job. So it's really a blessing. You know. You can't say I didn't tell her as, but it's not necessarily wise for me to bring up the, oh yeah, you're going to slavery. No, as, be peaceful with all men. So when persecution arises, because we are going to get persecuted, man, all right? You could be in the FEMA camps, you could go before a judge, and the judge will throw you, in your mind, in their mind, they think, yeah, I'm going to give this nigga 30 to life, all right? But we know in our mind that what? This place don't got 30 years, nigga. So, this place is through, through the spirit. Uh, It says, yet he had no root in himself, but dareth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also that receives seed among thorns is he that heareth the word, and the cares of this world, deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful. Let's look at that word unfruitful. It says barren, not yielding. Alright, so the cares of this world can take you away from the truth of YAHAWASHI, whatever it may be. You could want to be rich and famous. You could want to, I got to start a family off, or whatever it may be, it takes you away from the word, because really and truly, Sophia is your first woman. That's the woman you're supposed to be making love to. That's the woman you're supposed to care about. That's the woman that, you wake up to every single morning, you go to sleep with, all right? Because she's always going to be there for you. The rest of your women, man, they're stupid, man. They're not going to be there down. They're not going to be down for you when shit gets hard, okay? No, okay? Anywho, Matthew 13, verse 23, but he that receiveth seed into good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth, which also beareth fruit, and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. All right? You see, so when you receive a seed into good ground, okay, in a fertile mind, they're going to understand the way, and they're going to actually listen and, hear, okay, and they're not going to forsake the Lord, YAHAWASHI, okay, for the things of this world. This is Second Thessalonians 2, verse 10. It says, and with all deceitfulness of righteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. For this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, and they shall believe a lie. Alright? You see? So, in scripture talk about what the God of this world has blinded them, man. So, you have to understand that the Heavenly Father has given these people up to believe a lie. It says, 2 Corinthians 4, verse 3, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Yeah, they're lost, man. Jake is completely through, man. Jake has no clue, man. These things can't even receive the damn seeds to even understand the word. They just through, man. They're completely blinded, man. And part is that damn mRNA vaccine to where they just don't even want to hear the word. They're completely spiritual fucking retards, man. Alright, Lord retard means back, so Esau don't do the video. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them that believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine upon them. Alright, because the Heavenly Father, He doesn't want to shine upon them, man. The Heavenly Father wants to completely blind them. He wants to destroy them off the face of the earth, man. And I'm going to show you that. Alright? 2 Ezra 6, verse 9, and he said, go and tell these people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not, make the heart of these people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their ears, and hear with their, see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and their hearts are understand with law, okay, their mind, with law, actually, lob, inner mind, will, heart, soul, okay, so, they can't understand with their brain, man. Okay, what the hell's going on? Okay, so Father said, I'm just going to do away with them and convert and be healed. Okay, to be see, Heavenly Father wants to heal them, man. He wants them to die, man. Heavenly Father wants them to completely just be croaked, man. Like sprawl. You ever seen like an ant fucking just, helpless ant, and someone just steps on the ant? That's what Esau's going to do. Okay, but Heavenly Father's going to control Esau with those missiles, man. Completely wipe their ass away. Make the heart of these people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their ears So like you see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their hearts and convert and be healed. Then said I, how long? And he answered, until the city be wasted without inhabitants and the houses without men, and the land be utterly desolate. Utterly just by what? The ICB and missiles, man. Read Romans 13 chapter, man. Isaiah the 13 chapter. This is Romans 11 verse 7. What then Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. According as written, the Most High hath given them a spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears they shall hear unto this day. So every father has completely given them over to a reprobate spirit, man, a reprobate mind, where he's going to destroy them. Words will we're not part of that number. But that's what I have to hear. Akim, hope it's really edifying. Thou say Shalom, and call her name, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom, Akim, Shalom, Shalom.